Welcome to the Blue Lotus YouTube channel. And this is just a introduction to this channel, explaining what it is, what I'm going to be doing, and why you should watch. My name's Jacob Williams, and this is a self-discovery, healing, and self-improvement channel, both mental and physical. I will let you know that no product or individual that I may mention or use on this channel is sponsoring me. This is all of my own free will, of things that I choose to do and try to tackle certain things that I'm going through. Now, I may not be going through what you're going through, so don't take this channel as a solution for you. I'm doing this to tackle things that I'm going through, and by succeeding, hopefully it will inspire you to tackle what you're going through. And if there is things that are mentioned that you're going through, I hope that this channel will help you in any way, shape, or form in your fight. Now you may be asking yourself, why is this channel called the Blue Lotus? What does it, symbolize? And I've studied the flower. I first saw it on, Google, and I liked the image of it, of how it looked. And I did study on it. And the Blue Lotus is a nickname for it. Its actual name is the Egyptian water lotus. I'm thinking Egyptian, Egypt. Then I went to thinking desert. There is no water. So how can something this beautiful grow in something so desolate? And this is thinking some more, and it was messing with my mind a little bit. And I had thought, sometimes that's how I feel. I feel like I'm in the middle of nowhere and no one's around. There's no relief. Sometimes it seems hopeless. But all of us are unique. All of us are beautiful. There is beauty in every single person, regardless of what anybody else freaking tells you. They say that you're ugly. It's a freaking lie. I'll tell you that right now. You don't believe me? That's your decision. But when I did more study on this flower, it grows in one of the most impossible places in my mind. And if a flower can do that, that is inspiration. That's the inspiration for this channel, the symbolism. Anything is possible. There's no such thing as impossible. The only way that it's impossible is if you say it is and you quit. So that's why this channel is called the Blue Lotus. I have suffered with a lot of things over the past years, we're talking years, that I have let control my life. Or I've just let myself believe that it's permanent, it's something that I can't change, so I might as well live with it. One of the things I struggle with is scoliosis. And scoliosis is where your spine is curved, and sometimes it pinches nerves, and it puts a hunch over in your spine, or maybe your posture is wrong, and it can be painful, it can be frustrating, and it can mess with you in different ways. Like sometimes if I feel pressure in the back, it can mess with my stomach and I feel nauseous. I can't reach to certain, heights because it also shrinks you. I have trouble sleeping. Um, it's been something that I've dealt with since a young age. Doctors can't do nothing about it. They say that surgery is not necessary or they can't do it. They're, if they did, I've been told that there was a high percent chance of paralyzation, so we're not doing that. It messes with your strength. It's very hard to go to the gym and weight lift to gain, you know, muscle strength whenever you try and lift a weight, your back starts pulling and it sends a pain up your neck and down your spine, and you got to stop. Um, Squats sometimes are difficult. Anything that involves to where I start feeling fatigue in the spots of my back where the curve is, it limits my exercise, and that can get very, very irritating. There was a video that I watched of one of my favorite professional wrestlers, and his name was Mick Foley. And Mick had developed a certain type of scoliosis. And through determination of making a decision, a self-made decision, to tackle his situations and do something about it, he beat it. He realigned his spine without medical surgery, without any type of drugs or stuff like that. So if he can do it, I can do it. I also suffer from the damage that smoking has done. I am happy to say that I successfully quit smoking 4 years ago after smoking cigarettes since I was in my early teens. You know, it started off as I just wanted to be cool. It was a thing of wanting to fit in, wanting to be like others, and one cigarette led to two cigarettes led to three, and it just built up. I found myself smoking 2.5 cartons within a two, well, basically a carton. I can't even remember how. I can say I went through 5 or 6 packs a day. Packs. Nearly, there was a time where it was like a carton a day. It was just chain smoking. It got to a point where I was short-winded, chest started hurting, and then I started coughing blood. Went to the doctors and got checked out, and I had scarred tissue in my lungs. I used to be able to sprint and run really fast. I tried to go into the military, but my spine curvature kept me out. But smoking took away my ability to, run like I used to. I was in independent professional wrestling in the independent circuit, and simple exercises like back bumps or taking a fireman's carry or an arm drag. Once I hit that mat, it knocked the wind out of me. I had one of my matches that I had, one of my last matches, I took a vertical suplex. And I had taken vertical suplexes before, and it was bam, over, done with, go to the next move. But during the show, I took that vertical suplex. I could not take a breath. It's like my lungs seized. After, the referee saw this, the match was called, and I had to be carried into the back locker room, where I was finally able to slowly catch a breath. It was that moment that, I realized I had to do something to fix this. So that's another thing. I have the damage that smoking has done, but I can do something about it. Another individual that has inspired me to do this is a man by the name of Two the Ranting Griffin. Ah! Where's the burb? Two is a stand-up comedian, a YouTuber, video gamer, and all-around really cool guy. I watched his YouTube since he started it. And when he came out admitting that he was an alcoholic and it was messing with his life, that was something that blew me away, because he narrowed down a problem, gave it its name, and now he's fighting it, because he wasn't born with it. It wasn't something that he has to deal with. And he's had his ups and downs, but he's still fighting. And he's doing very, very well. I suffer from caffeine addiction. And even though some people laugh at that and go, ha ha, that's not really an addiction, it's not a drug, it's just, soda or candy or stuff like that. Caffeine addiction is a problem. Much like an alcoholic or someone whose body is accustomed to alcohol, my body has changed to where if I don't have it, it affects me emotionally, it affects me physically, to where I get massive headaches, pain radiating in the back of my neck, my spine, into my head, my temples. It messes with my vision. I'll get sick, vomiting. I don't like the feeling that I have to have something to feel better. I wasn't born that way. I wasn't brought into this world hooked to Mountain Dew and Pepsi and Coke and Sprite and all that stuff. And when I started reading the contents of cans of soda and stuff like that, the acids and the high fructose corn syrup, and when I started looking at what these things were separated from the soda, it made me kind of cringe that stuff is sitting in my system and tearing it up. My stomach has been eaten from the acid and stuff to where I've developed ulcers. And also it has messed with my joints. The sugars and stuff have, if you listen, that's just my wrist. My knees will pop when I walk. My hips feel like they grind sometimes. And it's miserable. And I want to be free of it. I also deal with the ups and downs of feeling bad and feeling good, and I don't have medical depression, but I have a level of depression that I'm tired of feeling that bad. I'm tired of feeling empty. I'm tired of feeling that I'm nothing. I'm ready to fight it. I'm ready to beat it and rise above it. I'm going to take the journey to improve myself mentally and physically. And if you'd like, come with me. Like, dislike a video or whatnot, leave me a comment, but subscribe to let me know, hey, we're with you. And we're going to make a schedule where we're going to do videos of the actual workouts and outings and stuff like that. The first program I'm going to attempt is DDP yoga. If you don't know what DDP yoga is, I recommend you go on YouTube and look at it. It is made by Diamond Dallas Page, the pro wrestler at WCW. If you all know what WCW is, it was a lot better than WWE was. I can't stand WWE now. I don't watch it anymore. But anyway, like I said, I'm not sponsored by DDP Yoga. I'm not sponsored by I'm not sponsored by, Mick or anything that I'm going to do. This is all me. And I'm going to improve. I'm going to get better. I'm going to defeat all my issues that I'm dealing with. And I invite you to come with me. So, bang! Let's do it. It's time for me.